I've been looking forward to for 2.5 years. Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And Apple has been, well, first of all, one's very fortunate if you get to work on just one of these in your career. Apple has been very fortunate. It has been able to introduce a few of these into the world. 1984, we introduced the Macintosh. It didn't just change Apple. It changed the whole computer industry. In 2001, we introduced the first iPod. And it didn't just change the way we listen to music. It changed the whole music industry. Well, today, we are introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one, a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second, a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third, a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device, and we are calling it iPhone. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone, and here it is. No, actually, here it is. But we're going to put this here for now. So, before we get into it, let me talk about a category of things. The most advanced phones are called smartphones, so they say. And they typically combine a phone plus some email capability, plus they say it's the internet, sort of the baby internet into one device. And they have all these little plastic keyboards on them. And the problem is, they're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. And so if you kind of make a business school 101 graph, smart access and the easy-to-use access phones, regular cell phones are right there. But they're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they're actually harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to do any of these things or how to use them. Well, we don't want to do any of that. What we want to do is make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device has ever been and is super easy to use. This is what iPhone is. So, we're going to reinvent the phone. Now, we're going to start with a revolutionary user interface. It is the result of years of research and development. And of course, it's an interplay of hardware and software. Now, why are we going to need a revolutionary interface? Here's 4 smartphones, right? The Motorola Q, the BlackBerry, the Palm Trio, Nokia E62, the usual suspects. And what's wrong with their user interfaces? Well, the problem is really with the sort of bottom 40 there. It's this stuff right here. They all have these keyboards that are there, whether you need them to be or not. And they all have these little control buttons that are fixed in plastic, and the same for every application. Well, every application wants a slightly different user interface, a slightly optimized set of buttons just for it. And what happens if you think about a great idea 6 months from now? You can't run around and add a button to these things. They're already shipped. So what do? It doesn't work because the buttons and the controls can't change. They can't change for each application. And they can't change down the road if you think of another great idea you want to add to this product. Well, how do you solve this? It turns out we have solved it. We solved it in computers 20 years ago. We solved it with a bitmap screen that could display anything we want, put any interface up, user interface up, and a pointing device. We solved it with the mouse. We solved this problem, right? So how are we going to take this to a mobile device? What are we going to do? Get rid of all these buttons, and we're just going to make a giant screen. A giant screen. Now, how are we going to communicate this? We don't want to carry around a mouse, right? So what are we going to do? Oh, a stylus, right? We're going to use a stylus. No. Who wants a stylus? You have to get them out, put them away, you lose them. Ugh. Nobody wants a stylus. So let's not use a stylus. We're going to use the best pointing device in the world. We're going to use a pointing device that we're all born with 10 of them. We're going to use our fingers. We're going to touch this with our fingers, and we have invented a new technology called multi-touch, which is phenomenal. It works like magic. You don't need a stylus. It's far more accurate than any touch display that's ever been shipped, and it ignores unintended touches. It's super smart. You can multi-finger gestures on it, and oh boy, have we patented it. So, we've been very lucky to have brought a few revolutionary user interfaces to the market in our time. First was the mouse, second was the click wheel, and now we're going to bring multi-touch to the market. And each of these revolutionary user interfaces has made possible a revolutionary product. The Mac, the iPod, and now the iPhone. So, a revolutionary user interface. We're going to build on top of that with software. Now, software on mobile phones is like baby software. It's not so powerful. And today, we're going to show you a software breakthrough. Software that's at least 5 years ahead of what any other phone. Now, how do we do this? Well, start with a strong foundation. iPhone runs OS X. Now, why would you want to run such a sophisticated operating system on a mobile device? Well, because it's got everything we need. It's got multitasking. It's got the best networking. It already knows how to power manage. We've been doing this on mobile computers for years. It's got awesome security and the right apps. It's got core animation built in, and it's got the audio and video that OS X is famous for. It's got all the stuff we want. It's built right into it, into iPhone. And that has let us create desktop-class applications and networking. Not the crippled stuff that you find on most phones. This is real desktop-class applications. Now, you know, one of the pioneers of our industry, Alan Kay, has had a lot of great quotes throughout the years. And I ran across one of them recently that explains how we look at this. It explains why we go about doing things the way we do. Because we love software. And here's the quote. People who are really serious about software should make their own hardware. Alan said that 30 years ago. And this is how we feel about it. And so we're bringing breakthrough software to a mobile device for the first time. It's 5 years ahead of anything on any other phone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 Shareholders Meeting, Q1. And let me introduce one of our people, owners, Nicholas Paula.
I have no idea what that was. I don't know. What was that? I have no clue. Yep, don't forget that. Okay, well, listen, that was weird, but it's time to get back to business, okay? I'm here. Why are you laughing, S-Man? Yeah, that was weird. That was funny. That was funny. That was good. Great job, Chance. But let's get back back to business. OTK, okay? That was pretty.
He reacted that. He tried.
You did a good job, Chance. You did.
That was actually
That was a week straight of Chance practicing for that.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
that was really good. That was really
The
good.
chat was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Literally, it's like. What the...
Focus, please.
Anyway, Nicholas.
Yes. Yes. So let's get back to business. Let's talk about OTK, okay? More importantly, I want to shed some light on something that's been bothering